Okay.
There I was, in the entry room, not realizing that this was one of the most important decisions in my whole life. In the beginning, Mrs. Buzzle was teaching my brother and I set, courtesy bow, and lock it up. I thought it was so cool. I don't like most sports, so this was a big deal for me. In my head, I was saying, I finally found a sport that I actually like. So I asked my mom if we could start karate. Once I got my white belt, I felt like I could do anything. Then, before I knew it, I earned my yellow belt. Then my orange, and next purple. But when I earned my purple, it all got more exciting. When you're purple and up, you get sparring gear. And at first, I loved it. I thought it was so cool. But then I had less and less interest in it. By the time I was a blue belt, I wanted to quit. Because of sparring. That's how much I hated it. Mr. Buzzle talked me back into it. So I got over enough of my dislike of sparring. I still to this day don't like sparring, but it's not going to make me quit again. So I continued my journey of martial arts. When I was about a red belt, a lot of people knew I did karate, and that it was the only sport I played. They who knew started saying that karate wasn't a sport. At first, it bugged me, but since I started boot camp, it hasn't bothered me. I learned that it doesn't matter if people choose to believe that karate isn't a sport. I know that karate is a sport, and that's all that matters. Once I started boot camp, I realized how sore you can get. I never realized you could actually be this sore. Boot camp and tests were probably the hardest things I've ever done. I could not imagine my life without martial arts. Plus, a special thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Buzzle, Miss Kittredge, Miss Dupree, Mr. McHugh, Miss McKinstry, Mr. Miner, Mr. Mazzoni, and Mr. Duncan for helping me achieve this goal of black belt.